Are we live?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, all of you. Good afternoon. Some of you have met me, others we are starting off. How many of you are joining from the fresh batch? Raise your hand. And how many of you are from the June batch? Okay, so evenly split. Some of you are there. Okay, fine. Okay. So fine, all of you welcome. So today's session is a bit of a orientation and a planning session. One of the problems that I see across the years is students enter the process of preparation, and preparation something which is as intense, as demanding, sometimes as diverse, as wide as UPSC preparation, but they do not have the complete sense of the paper. Okay, so I want you to be aware of कि कैसा क्या course है, कब तक हम क्या खत्म करेंगे, by when we finish of what topics, and what can you expect as a part of your preparation progress. ठीक है, so it's primarily for that. That's why I call this as the approach where, okay, we will help you plan your preparation first. देखो, these things don't matter if the race or if the competition is not as severe. Okay, itna detailed planning you not require. It's something like, think of in the morning I'm going out for shopping, or I take out my kids out to play, or I'm going out for morning walk. Okay, I don't have to plan too much. A broad idea chalega, I'm going out, this is for the money I need. And if I have a problem, I can come back and always rectify or take something else. But imagine I'm going out for a vacation of 2 months. Maybe I'm going out for a very important mission for maybe some larger objective. I'm going into a very strategic meeting, which probably decides the fate of my company. So this type of meeting, I have to be very, very thorough, anticipating the pitfalls, what the challenges can be, anticipating what type of people I might encounter. Okay, हमें पूरा detail करना पड़ेगा. I remember one of our students was preparing for the UPSC interview. Okay, he had a meticulous planning. What are the interview boards, and what can the type of questions they have been asking, what questions is troubling most students, and what are the news and how frequently the news of the current affairs they have been asking. I'm not saying वो right है या wrong है, but approach तो है ना. Approach is that I have to think on the preparation, I have to understand the process and then enter. Okay, that's exactly my objective today. Hi, all of you online. Pravjot, Rakesh, Mansa, Abhinash, Richa, Jaya, okay, Anurag. Okay, fine. All of you, good afternoon. So those of you joined late and not initiated, my name is Shabbir, and I will be your primary geography optional teacher for the next 6 months is the duration of the foundation course. I will be taking about 70-80% of the class, and the remaining portions are shared by 2 other teachers. Dimple Madam, who has been with me for almost 6-7 years now, and we have Apurv Sir, again a person with tremendous experience, part of the classes also, but I'll be the primary teacher. So today's session, like I said, I'm initiating into the process, and I want some bit of your thought process to be aligned in कि preparation कैसे की जाती है. If you ask me my experience, lot of failures. In fact, if you look at the failures in general, failures के बहुत reasons हैं why people fail. Okay, why we have failures? There are different reasons, and I think the common reasons are, some of them are non-serious. Okay, many fail because maybe they are serious, intentions सही है, but they lack competencies. They lack competencies. Many of them, they fail because they don't understand. They don't understand the exam. Okay, and probably some random reasons which you may call as a luck factor. ठीक है, यही 4 reasons हैं largely why we don't make it. I'm ignoring these guys. Okay, these guys I'm ignoring, the non-serious ones. They're always there, so I can't do much about that. But think about these 3 people. Okay, अच्छा now ये जो random वाले लोग हैं, what they call as luck. See, if the cutoff is, some of you probably know about the prelims examination. The cutoff is, say, 90. Okay, this is the cutoff. And there are people all over the place. Some of them are at 40, 50, 60, 75, 80, 88 पे भी पहुंच गए हैं, 91, 92, 93, 100, 110, okay, 120 and so on. ये पूरा range of marks है. I believe luck as a factor probably operates इस zone में maybe. 90 cutoff है and I've scored 89. Yes, damn bad luck. One question, one silly mistake and I'm out. Cutoff is 90 and I just scraped through. 91 आ गया मेरा, 90.5 आ गया, I'm scraped through. I don't consider this as luck. I don't think this is luck. Okay, and you realize the bulk of the people who qualify नहीं करते हैं, they are here and they say it's luck. बहुत मेहनत किया, 3 साल मेहनत किया, नहीं हुआ, and you are here. This guy, for this guy, it can't be luck. He definitely has a huge skill. So random factors, what I call is luck, I'm not saying नहीं है, होगा, but इसी range में होगा. Otherwise, most of them are here. Many of them are actually here, or many of them are actually here. So it's very important to know where do you fall into and what you should do. Are you in a zone where you lack competencies? Then we start working towards it. Are you in a zone जहां पर आप एग्जाम समझ में नहीं आ रहा है? Then we work accordingly. Are you in a zone where you are narrowly missing out? And we work according to that circumstances. My experience tells me most people who otherwise should have qualified. I mean, this is speaking from almost what, 22 years of teaching, and me myself in the process another 5-6 years. That's almost okay, quarter of a century. Okay, 24, 25, 26 साल बहुत होता है, I think, in any one line. And in my experience, okay, if I tell the most common reason why people don't qualify, इसका ये 2 reason होता है. Their exam समझ में नहीं आता है, what is it about? And many of them because they lack competencies. Okay, because exam समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, so you do not know what you need. And because you do not know what you need, you are going through a mechanical process. And I hope I break that to some extent. Lot of good students from very good background, good hard-working students, because they don't understand the exam's nature, kya demand hai, what is it that you should focus on. Okay, they struggle for 2-3 years. Imagine for most of us, I will not encourage this. For many of us, we have, okay, say, give yourself 4 to 6 attempts, a bit more, maybe 7-8 attempts, maybe some of us 2-3 attempts. Okay? For many of us, we spend the first 1 to 3 attempts simply understanding the examination. Pehla attempt hum de dete hain as a trial attempt. Let's try what it is. Okay, घर में बोल रहे हैं, I want to know the examination, तो मैंने दे दिया. Okay, the second attempt, you are part of a course, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं, क्या पढ़, पढ़ाई हो रही है लेकिन. Third attempt is when the panic starts in. So, and by the time you hit the 4th attempt or the 4th, 5th year, you are tired, you are exhausted. Okay, आपने foundation course किया हुआ है in the first, 2nd attempt. आप mains लिख रहे हो in the 3rd, 4th attempt. Almost 2 years gap. You've forgotten what was taught और आप exam दे रहे हैं. So I'm just highlighting this problem here, that the reasons why many people don't succeed I am ignoring those non-serious ones. ये होंगे, part of life है. I'm ignoring them. Luck, I said, is for a very narrow range of people. It is there, but that is not the main. The main issue is here. आप exam समझो, understand the competencies, and then we start off with the preparation. So today's session for geography optional. Again, tomorrow we have another workshop for GS also, and I will want all of you to be there tomorrow also. Tomorrow we have at 3 o'clock, if you all can be there. Okay, because I think, dekho, until your preparation has some amount of convergence, okay, GS and optional and current affairs reading and even elements of personality. These are things that can't happen one after another. ये आपको साथ करना पड़ेगा. It's like, I'm driving a car. Okay, I can't have one person tell me only about steering wheel. ये सीख लिया, now I will learn about the gear shift. Okay, now I will learn about the pedals. आपको तीनों साथ सीखना पड़ेगा. So if you know your approach, okay, then you have a higher chance of using geography optional to your advantage. So anyways, today's session is for geography. Tomorrow I'll discuss some bit of GS. All of you are welcome. In fact, I would insist be there. And in today's geography session, I'm laying out the plan for you. The laying out the plan may 2-3 important components. You must know your syllabus. You must know how I will approach the syllabus. You must know what type of books will follow and for what purpose. And finally, how will you be part of an engaged program? See, this is not an examination where the teaching happens and all course happens only one side. कि मैं ही पढ़ा रहा हूं आपको. I want you to participate with us. I need to have methods to measure what is your participation, what is your engagement. I must have methods to assess how far have you gone. So it has to be a two-way process. Okay, so we'll understand that, what I mean by that approach, and we'll see how we can take off. Okay, that was introducing all of you. Now, before I start off, I want a quick interaction with all of you. Do you have any questions in mind that you want me to answer? Yes, tell me.
As you have seen wide range of I have seen both failures and success.
Yes.
What are common things in the successful candidates and what were their tactics?
Excellent. Very nice. He's asking me what were the common traits of successful candidates. Brilliant question. I tell you. Okay. This we have researched on. आज के session में नहीं होगा, maybe sometime again, or maybe I'll try to do it tomorrow itself. We survey students. Okay, we have done this for the last almost 3 years. We made a questionnaire and we surveyed students to find out what is the mentality they work with. और हम हर साल ये survey करते रहते हैं. Okay, so I'll share the insights on that. Fine, but otherwise detail, I'll see if I can add it tomorrow. Fine, that's one very nice question. I really appreciate this insight. Number 2, anybody else any questions you want me to clarify? Online, आपको कुछ पूछना है? Offline, anybody? I just keep a track of whether I am addressing your questions or not. How can we improve our basics in geography and maps? Okay, fine. Valid question. Basics and maps. कैसे करें? ठीक है, I'll address this. Okay, Kushi Jaiswal. Anybody else offline? Give me the list of questions you want me to address. कुछ मन में होगा, कुछ anxiety है, कोई शंका है, कोई doubt है, something troubling you, something you want to assess maybe. Mindset for preparation. Yes, Mansa, very valid. What is the mindset? Okay. And this is probably linked to this itself. What are the common traits and mindset? ठीक है. Point taken. Time management. Yes, I will address this. Time management. Okay. How to make notes? Methali, very valid, but I do not know if I can focus on that today. Notes making. Notes अलग-अलग type के होते हैं. Okay. It'll be part of the curriculum when I'm teaching, but I do not know how much I can take up today. Anyway, yes, very nice, Abhinash. How to manage GS and geography optional. In fact, this is the objective I'll cover partly today and I'll cover partly tomorrow. GS and geography optional. How do you ensure that you are converging? Yeah, offline, anybody else? Any questions? Bataiye. Geography is open-ended. It does not have a syllabus. If I rephrase it, you basically are concerned about the scope and the width of geography and how can you manage it. ये पूछना चाह रहे हैं कितना पढ़ना है क्या पढ़ना है. How is optional answer writing different? Rakesh, I will not enter answer writing at all. It's too early for that. Okay, while your question is valid, but I will ignore that for now. Yes, Prabjot, while I'm discussing GS, we'll talk about something in current affairs also. Prabjot, how much should we prepare? How much should we prepare, matlab? Achha, what can you do before we start off? Okay, fine, theek hai. Okay, can't be able to initiate answer writing. Answer writing is too early right now. Difference of geography optional mein and GS mein zyada farak nahi hai. Much of what we do in the GS is part of geography plus a few things more. The bigger difference happens in the environment discussions. Okay, fine, theek hai. I will write it down. Geography GS versus geography optional. This is your question. How to learn every single point? Dipender, how to learn every single point? You will first want to maybe explore how to understand things first. Okay, I see your point. Why toppers keep saying geography is not scoring? I'm a bit scared. Topper से नहीं बात कर रहे हो, आप बात कर रहे हो basically जो qualify नहीं किया है. Okay, because if talk to a topper, they'll tell you they have scored marks and they have qualified. ठीक है, so it depends on who you're asking. Bit confused about optional. I'm assuming that you have got 2-3 things in mind. ठीक है, I will see what I can talk about. Geography as an optional. Geography as an optional. Preparing, start with prelims or with mains. Okay, Ritik, so you definitely are a beginner. I'll write it down, but not sure if I address it. Prelims versus mains approach. Yes, tell me. When to start CSAT? ठीक है. बहुत डर के पूछा आपने. When to start CSAT? You know, I think it is some of these fears. Some fears are valid fears, but some fears are also irrational. And what you do depends on how you evaluate your own, say competencies. Okay, so I'll talk about it, but I think it's valid. Okay, some of you are concerned about this. How can we assess yourself? You cannot, Parul, not to begin with. Okay, that's the reason why you need some teacher or a mentor or a process there. अपने आप assess करने के लिए you need another skill altogether. Okay, so you can't assess. I think I've covered most questions. उसके बाद तो आप how to know we are preparing right direction. Same question, same answer. Parth, you cannot know. You have to be part of a process, be attached to a mentor, some teacher, some method. Only then can you assess. अपने आप नहीं कर पाएंगे आप. There will be wrong strategy if you depend on yourself alone. Working professionals, Aman, I will again leave that for now. Okay, I can't handle that question in this time? Okay, I think I have a good range of questions. Let's see if some of your questions are answered. I'll come back if I have not answered some of your questions. Okay? Prelims versus mains, मैं इसको अलग कर देता हूँ. Not my domain right now. Okay, let's start off. Okay, now some of you I have talked to already earlier. I'm repeating this. We had this student with us, Shubham. Shubham, this year he has qualified. Okay, rank 41, and I think he has among the highest marks in geography optional. He has scored 298 marks. Okay, it's among the crazy marks. Okay, 298, 310, 305, 15 जो हैं ये अलग लेवल पे हैं. And शुभम का ये okay पहला attempt था, and he prepared while he was in his college. His students of Hansraj College. Hansraj College. He was doing his graduation in computer science. Okay, BSc कर रहे थे इसमें. He prepared, and a lot of questions that you're asking me is something that he had answered for me. So I was in interview with him. उनका interview is on the YouTube. I'll suggest अगर नहीं देखा है, you must go online. Edukemy YouTube channel. Look for interview of Shubham. We have interview of Preksha. This year's success students. एक नितिन है, नितिन सिंह. Preksha is rank 30, rank 32. So among the toppers we have in geography, proper IAS में है. So I'm giving example of Shubham. Okay. Now, I asked Shubham, first tell me, why did you choose geography? Okay. Then tell me, how did you prepare geography? And I also asked him, what was his strategy? Because it was in COVID times. Okay, 21, 22 is all COVID town, all lockdown. We had sessions going on as a part of the online sessions. But how did he manage was my question. And 3-4 things stands out for him. In every answer, he tells me, sir, I had studied this as a process first. I took up 3-4 optionals. I studied some basic chapters. I made notes of that. I tried understanding what my natural inclination is. I looked at the GS syllabus. I looked at the job profile of the IAS officers. Ki IAS karta kya hai? What does he do? What does his job entail? What are his responsibilities? And based on that, I decided that I want geography. Ek to geography, he said, I had a comfort level because I like studying geography about the earth, places, landforms. But when he was choosing the subject, he said this was my strategy. I asked him, did you not look into trends in geography or other optionals? He said no. Because he said, trends are always misleading. Trends में क्या होता है? Okay. By the way, geography, sociology, public administration, less today, but PSIR, anthropology, bulk of the people who qualify, almost 60-70%, each 4-5 subjects से होंगे. But his idea was, sir, I did not go by trends because a lot of trends are set by people who blindly follow things. If I go by trend, I might take up a subject I don't like. I might take up a subject I don't have competencies in. I might take up a subject which probably is good for somebody else, but not me. So I didn't follow the trends. I asked him, did you talk to toppers and adopt their strategies? He said no. Because he said, every topper has a different interpretation of how something must be done. Every topper has a different mindset of how things must be done. He said, I should listen to them but I did not follow any one of them blindly. From the topper's conversation, he said, I identified what are the key things. Okay. It was not about what he was doing. It was more about why he was doing it. See, he said, I made a list of that. Why was he doing that? Why he made notes? Why somebody did not make notes? I'll call one of my students to talk to you guys. Okay, इसका नाम सत्यम है. Those मिल भी चुके हैं, some of you. Satyam had a habit of never making detailed notes on current affairs. Though I recommend that. So if you ask him, did you make notes? He'll say no. तो आप क्या करेंगे? आप notes नहीं बनाएंगे. But if you ask him, why did he not make notes? Then he has an answer. He says, I did not make notes because bulk of the notes making मैंने पहले attempt में कर लिया था. It's not that I did not make notes at all. मैंने बना लिया था notes. And I got the hang very well. So when I'm reading thereafter, I'm being very selective what to pick up. And I go back and only make jottings into my base content. That's all. So I don't sit down and make a detailed notes every day for 2-3 hours. I read, I pick up a word here, pick up a word here. I see a term here, go back to my core notes and वहां add कर देते हैं. So more than what they did, what matters is why are they doing it? And that's what Shubham said. So I never followed any topper blindly. I would listen to them, understand why they're doing it, and then work around what works for me. And then I asked him, how did you manage your strategy? He said, sir, that was a very thorough work. How much time? He said, it took me 2 to 3 months. I studied the syllabus thoroughly. The first step was very clear understanding. Geography is for me. Second understanding, geography entails what? There is a syllabus, there is a question paper, okay, there are some material. So I studied thoroughly. Each word I studied syllabus ka, and I made my own strategy. Then he said, I started looking for who can help me on this. Okay, who can help me? He saw some videos, some lectures. Then he graduated and said, I thought, sir, you are my best mentor. And then he joined. Now see, more than what he did, you must appreciate how is he operating. What is he thinking? How is he calculating? And that's a very high skill, I think. For most of us who make mistakes, for most of us who trip, we trip because हमने पूरा सोचा नहीं है अभी. If I ask all of you right now, for some of you it's been 1 month with me, हम कुछ classes कर रहे हैं. For some of you start now, what should you study? My answer is study your syllabus, please. आप बैठें और syllabus को दोबारा अपने हाथ से लिखो, बैठ के दोबारा लिखो, write down on your own. Entire syllabus दोबारा लिखो. Write it 3, 4, 5 times to know what are the terms. You'll find lot of terms get repeated. Okay, there's one term is in environment geography, same term is in biogeography, same term is in India physical, the same term is part of agriculture, the same term is also part of maybe some plain development. You'll find commonalities. The same term you can find in parts of your unit 10 of paper 2. To do that work, how can I prepare for next 6-7 days? Look at the previous year's questions. Okay, I will start with the topic called geomorphology. In geomorphology, आप बैठ के देखो last 10 साल में क्या पूछा है question, what has been asked, and see if that question is mapped on syllabus or not. पहले 5 साल का करो, फिर 10 साल का करो, फिर 15 साल का करो. Be very, very involved in this analysis process, rather than coming to class mechanically, sitting and taking down notes and going back and not caring about how to use it as a part of your actual exam needs. So why I'm giving example Shubham is, this is a boy who came across a very, very thinking individual. And if you look at him, you'll not feel like he has done all of this work because very quiet boy otherwise, but his mind is working. Then I asked him, his choice is IFS. So why IFS? The trend to hai IAS ka. He said, yes, trend IAS hai, theek hai. but I know my personality, what I am and what I want to do. Then I studied this, what I want to do, which office, which job gives me that. IAS deta hai ki IFS de raha hai? Then I decided I will do IFS. Can you all appreciate one thing here? That this guy, and believe me, although you ask this question, what are the traits of the people who qualify? This is the most important common trait. The ability to assess, to study, okay, to be curious, find answers and methods, and not blindly follow what is being told to you. So, what book to read, what topic to cover when, what to revise by when, okay. Should you join CSAT now or not? You're asking me, right? So a very important discussion point is, go and see CSAT syllabus. Go and see CSAT ka questions, last 6, 7, 5 years. Ke. Make a list of what are the 10 themes they're asking you from. And then assess yourself. What do you think? Which are your gaps? And how big are the gaps? If the gap is huge, and you know you will take 5 months, then start off now itself. If you think, yeah, this is not a huge gap. I know addition, multiplication, I know some of the concepts, and I think I cover this in 2 or 3 months. So abhi se mat pareshan mat ho. Start off probably from December, January. So rather than you asking me what to do there, I'll first suggest you first analyze it on your own. So all of you, this is where I'm starting off the conversation. I expect all of you to be thinking students. It is not about the option alone. It's more about how do you approach the subject. Like I say, if I list down, what is it that you will need? Okay, so what you will need, number 1 is study your syllabus, please. Okay, topic by topic. The first unit I will start with is the unit called as geomorphology. We are starting on 26th of July. So you have about 1 week's time, okay, to work on your syllabus thoroughly. Okay, you must study the previous year's questions on geomorphology. और क्या study करना है? Study what are the topics asked, map it with syllabus, maybe make a analysis chart. अब अपने आप बनाओ chart. Okay, the topic is this. ये topics हैं. कितने बार पूछा है? Okay, twice or thrice or 4 times. And what years? You know how the trends are changing in the last 10, 15, 20 years. So your work to start off your preparation is study syllabus, study PYQs. This is your first work for the next 1 week. Okay, next. To introduce you into the subject, okay, I said this is your first job. So syllabus आपको मिल जाएगा. Net से ले लो, हमसे ले लेना, whatever you want to do that. Now I want to understand that geography has broadly these 7 sections. You can write this down, please. These are the broad 7 parts of geography. One is physical geography. Physical geography basically means all which is natural about our world. जो भी natural है. The mountains are natural, the plateaus are natural, the atmosphere is natural, the forests are natural, the oceans are natural, the physical world is the natural world. Achha. Then there is a section called as environment geography. Environment geography is about how to manage environmental problems. What are the problems? How can we solve it? What are the laws? Okay, that's environment geography. And this is a huge part of your GS. Prelims mein, this section will give you at least 10-15 questions. And mains mein again, it's a big portion of your paper 3. You can have 3 to 4 to 5 questions sometimes out of 20 questions. So 20, 30, 40 marks environment geography ke hote hain. And every year. And linked to this is one more topic called as disaster management. Okay. तो ये एक section है. A third section is economic geography. Economic geography is about infrastructure, roads, railways. It's about trade and commerce. It's about resources. Kahan iron ore hai, kahan bauxite hai, what industries are where, okay, what type of problems of agriculture. So economic geography all about human occupations, okay, related to land, water. So economic geography is trade, economic geography is infrastructure, agriculture, industry, and so on. This has a very big overlap with economy. In fact, what you study in GS, what you call as economics, वो actually Indian economy hai, not economics. Economy is about how our system functions. So not too much of economics concepts, but more about कैसे functioning हो रहा है. And geography is integral to economy. I always maintain this. If I was not a geography teacher, there are two other subjects I would have loved to teach. One is economy, and second, maybe history. History because ultimately history are stories, right? What happened, who did what, and very interesting insights about why things happen. So that aside, economy, you cannot do without geography, remember this. A lot of people struggle economy mein, which is part of your paper 3, because their geography is not strong. Not knowing what resources are where, not knowing the trade patterns, not understanding investments for infrastructure. So economic geography. This is another very big area, population settlements, urban areas, rural areas. Okay, what type of growth rate of population, sex ratio of population, literacy rates of population, problems of crowding, problems of aging population. In GS, this is part of partly paper 1 and partly paper 2. Paper 1 has culture, language, okay, the cultural diversity, and paper 2 has social injustice, inequalities in populations, in people. So that's population geography. Okay, and settlements, I said, urban areas, big news aaj ke date mein, right? Urban problems, urban floods, urban crowding, urban recession. This is population geography. Now, this topic, geographical thought, is more of the philosophy of geography. Why subject and the rest. Okay. So I have, in this slide, I'm mapping some of the days we require. You should know this time approximately. People ask me, so why do I take as much time I take? So physical geography takes 75 days. That's a huge part of our content. The total days I will need, I said, approximately 180 days, including the week off on Sundays or whatever gaps you might have. The totality, 75 days. Environment geography takes about 10 odd days. Economic geography about 15 days. But ये एक block में नहीं है, distributed है. Some part is in Indian, some part in the world, some part of trade commerce. Totality of 15 days. Population geography 45 days. These two are the biggest components. These two together, okay, this is going to be approximately about 110, 120 odd sessions. Geographical thought 15 days. Political geography 3, 4, 5 days. Okay. Now, this is a very big area called as regional planning. Ultimately, whatever geography we study has a very strong applied dimension. आप जो भी geography पढ़ेंगे, you see there is a development angle to it. Agriculture and development, industries and development. You have got environment issues and development, urban problems and development, problems of poverty, inequalities. What can the development strategies be? Development for rural areas, development for hill areas, development for island areas. So Shubham ka hi कहना था. So ultimately, I want to become a civil servant because I want all of this to be done. And I found geography is the best one to tell us that. So there's a very strong applied aspect called as regional planning. So this is like a summary of all this in an applied part. It takes me about 15 days. So these are your broad 7 domains of geography. Okay, 3 here, and this one, and that's how I'm distributing it. Likely आप लोगों ने all of you here. So I'll start, my syllabus starts with physical geography. I'll start with geomorphology. Then I'll do climatology. Then I will do oceanography and so on. But there are two ways of starting. आप यहाँ से भी कर सकते हैं और यहाँ से भी कर सकते हैं. It all depends on where your batch starts. In some batches, I start from population geography. Okay, but in your case, when you start off, I start with physical geography. Yeah, I'm starting on 26th of July. Okay, next 6-7 days, I'll start off. Okay, so you have a fair idea about the syllabus. Now, if you look at the type of questions asked, okay, if you look at, so this is they're telling you about your preparation strategy. Your preparation का जो strategy है. Okay, in the strategy, my stage 1 strategy is that we cover the syllabus. We cover syllabus, and the objective of this is to help you understand the scope and the concepts in geography. ये मेरा objective है इसका. The first stage. You all are part of first stage right now. In this stage, my objective is not to get you exam ready. Exam ready कुछ और होता है. It's like, I'm going to play a match, cricket I'm learning. So my coach tells, get up in the morning and start jogging. My coach tells, let us do some nets. My coach tells, sit down and let's play football today because I must teach something about movements. My coach says, Aaj we will talk about diet. So every part of what I'm doing is not about winning the match immediately. It's about building some base first. Actual match ke liye, maybe I'll go to a camp. 5 days camp and then enter the match. वो अलग चीज होता है. But before you go to the camp, you must do many more things. Something of that kind. यहां पर आपको एग्जाम रेडी नहीं करा रहे. ये करके आप एग्जाम में आप क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाओगे आप. Okay, this is what I call as your foundation level. The foundation level was enough 6-7 years ago, when the level of questions was far more subdued. तब तो ज्योग्राफी को भी हम पढ़ा देते थे 3.5-4 महीने के अंदर खत्म होता था. And that was enough. You start in the month of January, finish geography by March or April, give your prelims, mains, and you are done. Those days in preparation are gone. In geography, in any optional, and even in your GS also. Your stage 1, I said, it is about knowing the syllabus and understanding the concepts, whatever is geography scope. And from here, what you can answer is what I call as L1 questions and L2 questions. Level 1, so एकदम straight questions होते हैं. Okay, no thinking much. Notes में है, आपने लिख दिया. Books में है, आपने लिख दिया. Not much thinking, not much of analysis. Then there is a stage 2 preparation. Stage 2 preparation, this is your actual exam readiness. This is what we call as the advanced course and the geography enrichment course. यहाँ पर we do 3 things. In this case, one thing we do is we teach you advanced concepts. We discuss the tricky questions, and you are given exam level tests. You are given a level of questions जो exam level का होगा. So what I otherwise refer to as level 3 content. Level 3 content, level 3 type of questions. ये समझने के लिए you must know the syllabus and you must know what type of questions they're asking. So what I have explained right now Okay, this 180 days का जो package है, this is your first level, the foundation level. Okay, यही चीज we have the next one, the advanced course. This takes about 50 days. The same topics, physical geography, environment geography, economic geography. The time divisions are different now. About 15 days, about 5 days, about 5 days more, 10 days more, and so on. The difference will be the foundation courses, the classes are every day, whereas the advanced course, the classes are twice or thrice a week. Okay, and you must do this concurrently if you are trying to prepare for 2024 attempt. So for some of you, I sat down with you to explain this one. Let me do it for the others also. Now look at this. This is your month of May, when you have your prelims. And this is the month of September, when you have your mains. ये prelims है और ये mains है. The time difference between this is just about 2.5 months. Okay, effectively आपके पास July और August ही है. The month of June will go all over the place, waiting for the results. You'll be distracted. 15 days before the examination, you can't think straight. You'll be all confused and scared and anxious. Effectively, आपके पास month of July hai, month of August, and plus maybe 15-20 days more. That's approximately less than 90 days. Very, very less. I mean, generous for 90 days. In this time, your main focus must only be revisions and tests. And if May is your prelims, your development towards prelims should start from January onwards. This is prelims exclusive preparation. And you are in the month of July. So if you are doing whatever, you're doing GS or you do geography, whatever you're doing, there are two paths to it. One is foundation course. The second is the advanced course. जो कुछ भी करना है आपको यही करना है. In fact, I won't mince my words if I say that most of you starting July or June, you will have a lot of time pressure. Imagine there are students who have started from as early as last March or last Feb or last January. उनका कोर्स खत्म हो रहा होगा, the foundation course, और आप शुरू कर रहे हैं. And all of you are preparing for prelims 24. You all are preparing for prelims 2024. So be aware of this. So if somebody asked me the 2-3 days ago, so is it possible? वो सवाल हम नहीं पूछेंगे आपको, वो तो आप बोलोगे हमें ना. Is it possible? Yes, we have seen people do it. Is it easy? No, it's not. It's going to be tight on you. Can you do it? Now that's your call. Okay, we have seen people do it. It will not be an easy sail through because you are covering a lot of things at the same time. So just be aware of this fact. And if any time you feel, ki sir, nahi, this is getting a bit messy, then do come and ask and talk to us. We'll sit down and discuss what can be done. But be aware of this. If you are not completing both by January, you can't be ready for the mains. Okay. Satyam, how much study? That is exactly why I am there. ये 2-3 चीजें. Okay, you have to research plus confirm from the teachers also. कितना पढ़ना है, क्या topic पढ़ना है. Look at syllabus, look at the questions, talk to your teachers. There is no formula on this. So feel free to come and talk to us, discussions में, and keep the class pace. ठीक है? So this is a very important your preparation strategy for you. So I'm targeting कि आपका GS and your geography both must be over January, December. Maximum January तक खत्म होना चाहिए. And the level of preparation should be mains preparation, because you don't have much time to do much of mains here. यहाँ पर तो आप बस revise करोगे. Only update maybe write some tests and practice here. You cannot start off a deep type of study here. It requires 50 days. आपका 50 दिन है ही नहीं यहाँ पर आपके पास पढ़ने के लिए only geography. ठीक है? So this is one aspect. That's what I was trying to emphasize on. Okay. Now about I'll come back on that again. This list of books I will share with you eventually. Now, the question is, why study with me or with us? I told this to you. In your preparation, आपके पास 3 challenges होंगे. You can write this down, all of you. You'll have 3 challenges in your preparation. Okay. The 3 challenges are, एक तो process आपको पता होना चाहिए. Process of how to make notes, how to revise, how to memorize, how to refer. The 2-3 of you have asked me already. So how to make notes, how to write answers. There is a method to this. Okay. There are some activities we do. Your course gets over, your unit, say I'm teaching geomorphology, वो खत्म हो जाएगा. I'll give you 15-20 days time where you'll consolidate it. You'll write some tests on summaries. You will write a workbook. Aaj the batch has a workbook session where we'll give you a workbook. आप उसको fill up करेंगे आप बैठ के. Forget about answer writing. Then we will ask you to memorize some answers. There's a process to it. Okay, be very, very and careful about what process you follow. The second is timelines. आपको मैंने example timeline का ही दिया ये बार. Timeline क्या होना चाहिए आपका? मुझे very clear कब तक क्या खत्म करना है. What if not done by so and so time, you are in trouble. What are timelines? And the third important thing is, now this is a challenge. Geography and optional, well, not geography, optional, and GS must converge. Otherwise, it's like you are digging 2 different wells. When I'm making a house, okay, I just can't mindlessly keep on laying the bricks. I must have in mind कि क्या दिखेगा finally. I must exactly know what type of material I will use. सब converge कराना पड़ता है. So this is one very big reason why people have stress. In fact, all 3 of them, you all will have bouts of anxiety. And one big reason for anxiety will be the feeling of lack of progress. सब पढ़ तो रहा हूं लेकिन कुछ बढ़ नहीं रहा आगे. मैं पढ़ तो रहा हूं सर लेकिन याद नहीं हो रहा है. So when I'm doing this, वो छूट जाता है. When I do this, वो छूट जा रहा है. I'm running to class. I'm here with you, then I'm going there for some other class. This is a very, very big anxiety issue. And that's being human. So be aware of these 3 things. In your preparation, you'll have to process, you have to have a process. You must have some timelines. And very importantly, you must converge your geography optional with me and GS. So why study in my method is, we'll do all these 3 together. Okay, and okay, this is what I'm explaining, that when I'm talking about converging or the process, you must understand that there is a core foundation part that builds your base. Okay, and there is an advanced part that gets you exam ready. There's a core foundation जिससे आपको वो subject समझ में आ जाएगा. अच्छा, this is the subject. This is what I must study. The advanced part is the actual higher level study that UPSC demands. I mean, one of these days I will write an article or maybe record a video also for some of the students. Last prelims was very tricky for many of them. Many people could not clear CSAT. Many people are struggling, and even people with good background. And they have got together and they are now filing case, talking to lawyers. They took Supreme Court से कुछ लिया भी है उन्होंने case वगैरह में. And the judge of Supreme Court, what I read in the newspaper, he said that the people who are preparing for the examination are not people like you. The lawyer, he said, it is a very crucial moment for us. And we want that UPSC must not take forms for the mains examination because exam is very important for us. The lawyer argued. The judge said, no, no, no. The exam and the form, जो important है, वो आपके लिए नहीं है. वो तो उनके लिए है जो prepare कर रहे हैं. आप तो बस litigation case file कर रहे हो. In one sentence, he dismissed all the petitioners. What I'm trying to tell you is, there are people who are distressed about कि level बढ़ गया है और हमसे हो नहीं रहा है. And the request is, okay, remove CSAT. The request is lower the cutoff. The request is make the questions easier. Now, this is, I'll say, wishful thinking. UPSC will do that. UPSC आपको ना dismiss कर देगा. They'll humiliate you. आप जज के पास भी जाएंगे, नहीं सुनेगा बात आपका. The fact is, across all education, the levels are increasing. I was talking to students in my class the other day. I was seeing question papers of schools now. CBSE question paper, NCRTs वाले. Class 9, 10th, 11th का paper देख रहा था मैं. Why? Because my daughter studies. And I'm amazed at the type of question they're asking now. If you see the question paper of the CDS examination this year, the questions are at next level, which means where everywhere they're elevating the level of the examination. You can't bargain for कि हमारा level कम कर दो. आपका examination अब tough होने वाला है. Be prepared about that. The questions are demanding the higher level of understanding. The questions are demanding higher level of intellect, analysis capacity. So you can't prepare that level only by this one. You have to have some ways of elevating yourself. Unfortunately, this is something the ecosystem doesn't talk about. आप जाएंगे counseling के लिए or to join a course. Most will not talk about this at all. Most will offer join the foundation course and you are done. That is probably a lie to all of you. And why इसके बारे में बात नहीं होती है? Because I can see three reasons. One reason is most teachers are the older teachers. जो पढ़ा चुके हैं 15 साल, 20 साल, people like me, not willing to change. बड़ा आसान है ना. I've taught something for 15 years. मैं वही पढ़ाते चला रहा हूं. मैं वही पढ़ा रहा हूं. Very easy for me. और मैं जो पढ़ाऊंगा आपको नया लगेगा. तो आपने पढ़ा नहीं है ना. Whatever I teach, if I'm a good orator, if I'm a good speaker, I will convince you. It's very nice. But that is not going to help in the examination. So one reason is that it is a tedious process for a teacher. Second is, this requires new skills. ये मुझे अलग से काम करना पड़ेगा. I'll give an example to all of you. Recent days, I've been trying to identify some teachers who can teach as a part of my GS team. So I do one exercise with all of them. I tell them, एक काम करो, आप जितने भी साल पढ़ाए हो, doesn't matter. Prepare 10 prelims questions for me that you think are of the UPSC level today. Prepare 10 mains questions for me that you think are possible this year and they are of the UPSC level today. That's one exercise. And second, I tell them, from that questions, I will ask them, write 3 answers for me. Let's see, आप लिख पा रहे हैं कि नहीं. खड़े होके ज्ञान देना, have introduction, conclusion, body, draw a diagram, don't write too much, write less within the word limit, don't cross 2 pages, have a good handwriting, underline the points. तो मैंने कभी बोल देना है. तोता लगा देना, यहाँ पर बोलता रहेगा आपके लिए. But लिख के दिखाओ मुझे. And write that answer in 200 words. Don't give me 5,000 words like an essay document. I must have tested 10 teachers by now. None of them could do it. Trust me. Not a single guy. One got back to me, wrote a long letter to me. So you said, I will teach the subject. Why are you making bad answers? I believe in developing the concepts and the core and the foundation. Answer will happen later on. मैं कहा, yes, I agree. Later on होगा. पता तो चले कि आप समझते हैं वो चीज की नहीं. So advanced course, ये lower level content is not something all can handle. That's why people don't talk about it. And third, this is not where the bulk of the market is. आप तो सारा पैसा यहां खत्म कर देते हो ना, इसके लिए तो पैसे नहीं बचते हैं आपके पास. It does not make business sense for institutes. They don't talk about it. But I want you to know this. आप अभी नहीं समझेंगे, आप 2 साल के बाद समझेंगे. But आपको समझ में तो पक्का. You'll remember then कि yes, sir told us on the day one. So I want you to be mentally prepared about this. The examination is getting tougher. हर साल the questions level will get elevated. The questions will get tricky. And there has to be a strategy for preparing this and this separately. Okay, when people join the course, when they literally eat my head, sir, test hoga ki nahi, test hoga ki nahi, test hoga ki nahi. Okay, and when I actually conduct the test, okay, पहले टेस्ट में 100 बच्चे आएंगे, सेकंड टेस्ट में 30 बच्चे आएंगे, थर्ड टेस्ट में 5 बच्चे आएंगे, फोर्थ में मैं अकेला लिख रहा हूं शायद. एकदम, you know where you are, okay, belonging. So be aware of this, okay? This is part of your knowing the exam process. I said no, why people fail is because they do not know the exam process itself. Okay. Wait, I'll explain that to you. Wait. This is part of exam process. What does the examination need? So this is what I was explaining to you. There are 3 levels of questions asked. Level 1, straight from syllabus. Okay. Level 2 is transition wala questions, which is interlinking, some deep understanding. And level 3 is the higher level analysis skills. And we did analysis on this. Increasingly, this is increasing. Pehle only 1 or 2 questions, now 3-4 questions, 6-7 questions. In the GS paper, out of 20 questions, there are 7 to 8 questions of L3 types. In the geography, L2, L3 make up almost 60% of your questions. So be aware of this as per preparation. Okay. Now, what we are doing is, we are giving you this roadmap. Some of you have seen this. You asked me, kab tak kya karna hai? Okay. So we start in the month of July. Your timelines, I said, start in July. Okay. We do the foundation with me. And while we are doing foundation, okay, this is the process I will have for all of you. Say July 26th, we start off. And the foundation goes on for 6 months. So that's July to August, September, October, November, December, January. Okay, I must finish the course, okay, by January, 6 months. These classes are daily classes, okay, from 12 to 2 p.m. every day. ये 2 बोलते हैं, but because of doubt, discussions, 2:15, sometimes 2:20. Please be okay with this. Okay, you must be happy मैंने extra पढ़ाया आपको. Okay, because I try when I start off to spend 15-20 minutes to at least keep you buoyed. I revise the topic I've taught the previous day. So be okay with this approach here. That's one. Then what I'll do is, starting from September and October, okay, I will start off with the advanced course, advanced enrichment in geography. This I said I need 6 months, about 180 days. This requires about another additional 50 days. So I have the month of September, October, November, December, and maybe around mid-January. I will do about 2 to 3 classes, okay, a week. This is 12 to 2 p.m. and this is from 4 to 6 p.m. Now that's your choice. आपको अभी करना है या बाद में करना है? If 2024 is your target, for most of you it is, you have got no choice. आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. Either with me or on your own, that's a different thing. Either with me or somewhere else, that's a different thing. But you have to cover this. Okay, you can't clear the examination only by this. Yes, the same applies even for your GS course, but that I'll discuss afterward, not now. Advanced course will be, yes, of course. So when I'm teaching, say, geomorphology here, I'm teaching climatology here, maybe I'm teaching environment geography here. So यहाँ पे I'll start with geomorphology, I'll start here. I'll start climatology, I will do here. Okay. Then when I'm doing population here, okay, then maybe population I'll do somewhere here. Yes, obviously. Otherwise, how can I do? If I teach population here, I'm teaching geomorphology here, you are trouble. That's why I'm giving you 2-3 months of gap. So I have covered some portions here, then I'll start with this one. Okay, that's a valid question. What all it entails? So in the foundation course, I focus on about 90-95% of your syllabus completion. I'm not guaranteeing you 100. नहीं हो पाएगा. Reason being, not all topics are equally important. It doesn't make sense. Say your syllabus has A topic, B topic, C and D. Examination mein, they're asking A, X, Y, Z, B, C and D. So you will want कि sir X, Y, Z syllabus में नहीं है, वो भी करा दो ना मेरा. Because questions आ रहे हैं. D से question नहीं आ रहा है, so ठीक है हम छोड़ देंगे उसको. I don't have liberty of teaching you for 2 years, do I? I've got 6 months. 6 months already is on the higher side. So I'll do some juggling here. So I'll try. This is my commitment. ये हम कराएंगे आपको. Proper notes with proper understanding, revision sessions. We'll do all of that. That's my commitment number 1. Commitment number 2 that I have is I will help you with reading the reference books. This is also my job. And I think this is something that we do very uniquely. I will teach you with the textbooks. I think I am very sure about one fact, that my notes cannot be enough. That is actually immodesty. Notes हैं, आपको समझ में आएगा, but notes alone will not help you. You need to read something else also, and that I'll help you with that. आप किताब लेके आएंगे क्लास में, and I'll help you, teach you with the textbook itself. This is my commitment. The third thing is we will help you write notes. We will help you revise. We follow 3 things. Okay, this notes, revision, and assignments honge. I'm not saying they are tests, they are assignments. The main purpose of this is to help you consolidate. To help you consolidate. Ye mera main purpose hai. What I mean by consolidation is, I've taught you something, you must understand that, you must memorize that, and you must know how to apply that. Otherwise, कोई फायदा नहीं पढ़ाई का. I keep on teaching और आप भूलते चले जा रहे हो. No use there. To help you do that, we have some assignments. Like we'll have a workbook session. We have a summary writing synopsis session. Some of you have been to that process. We'll give you questions and I'll say, चुपचाप याद करके reproduce. I'll give you 10 questions, 10 questions reproduce, and let's see what you write down. So we will have this, and the objective of all of this, I said, is essentially to cover syllabus and to give you consolidation. Mayank, I hope you understood what I mean by foundation now. In the advanced course, I told you this, that I will cover advanced concepts. जो आपके syllabus में नहीं है, लेकिन questions आ रहे हैं. You have got questions. I'll teach you separately this. This advanced course is not simply test. You also have coverage of extra content. In the advanced course, I will teach you answer writing of the exam type. Okay. I will help you understand questions. I think this is one of the biggest challenge. I frame a question, बच्चों को सवाल समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, लिखेंगे क्या वो लोग? I'll spend time on doing this. Plus, of course, you will have tests also. These assignments are not same as this assignment. ये दोनों अलग assignments होंगे. ठीक है? So yes, Abhinash, it will be to a staggered schedule, and I'll try covering. Okay, so let me get back to our discussion here. So this is foundation. With foundation, you are doing advanced. My objective is December, January, your mains, you are ready. And then I will want all of you to be part of our prelims program for GS also. It's like, stay with us. There's a method I will develop, a technique we are following. Okay, we analyze questions, get into practice mode. Okay, give your prelims, then you come back with us for the mains revision. We call that as mains support program. Okay, you come back here, revise with us, give the mains, then you have interview sessions also. Yes, these are different courses, but I'm laying down the process for you. आपका process क्या होना चाहिए? Fine. Yes, Sushmita. If you've done the foundation, then you can join us for advanced enrichment course when I start off in the month of September, October. That's perfectly fine. Prakash, same thing. If you have done the foundation course, then you can join the advanced course. 25 agar hai, if you have done the foundation, okay, you can join this year or maybe join next year. Yes.
Basic foundation will be after this from 12 to 2, and after that
4 to 6.
September, October we will have a double class.
September, October, so October, November, December. You'll have double classes 3 days a week. Yes. As I'm saying, it all depends on your target. If a target 24, which I think you can work towards, then work like this. And the same applies for GS. Remember this. So what we do is generally, you must not have more than 3 classes a day. That's more than 2 classes, not 3, more than 2 classes a day. That's a crazy objective. So what we do is we stagger it. 3 days geography advance and 3 days GS advance. Okay. Beyond this, you can't manage. You'll be in trouble. So, आपका target होना चाहिए. GS class is going on, foundation course. Geography goes on foundation course, and 1 of the course a day. Beyond this, you can't handle. अगर 24 आपका target है, that's your strategy. Yes, Gayatri, what is your question? Ask me, please. Satyam, some things take time. Okay, but be patient with this. We'll do it. Gayatri, what's your question? Tell me. Okay, type whenever you have the question. Schedule for classes. Schedule. I'll come back on that. Wait. So I think you understood this, all of you. Yeah, the schedule is essentially, I will follow this approach. The schedule, because most of you are right now a part of your foundation course. The schedule I said 6 days a week. Okay, this is a geography foundation. 6 days a week. Your class is from 12 to 2 p.m. Okay. Third, I'm starting with geomorphology. This takes about 22 days. Is geomorphology. Then I will start with the next topic called as climatology. This takes about 15 days time, approximately. And the detailed one is on the website. You can take a printout and we'll give it to you also, no problem. Yes, enrichment advanced course includes the test series. Yes. Shushmita, you can talk to us. We'll get back to you with the answers. Your efforts will be keep to our targets. Okay, whatever targets will give you for current affairs, for geography. Okay, there are times when we go slow, sometimes we go faster. Okay, this is my favorite statement. आप extra कुछ ना करें, just keep pace with us. Keep pace with us. As I run fast, you run fast. I slow down, you slow down. I cover one topic, you also cover the same topics. Yes, I'll come back, Shashank, on that. Wait. So keep pace with us. Okay? So that's about this. Okay. Now, this is what some of you are asking me. Sir, what is it that the toppers do differently and they qualify? My answer is the mindset. Okay. Mindset mein, I will note down 3-4 things. Dekho, what things you can leave to me as a teacher? Leave the course syllabus completion to me. आप इसे परेशान मत हो. I run slow or fast, leave it to me. Just follow the pace I'm doing. What reference to read and what to read, ये भी आप मुझ पे छोड़ देना. I'll tell you what to read. Okay. What you can leave to me is, I will ensure that your coverage is relevant. Now, this is a matter of faith. When I'm saying leave it to me, you must trust me on this. Okay, some of you have your own ideas about isko aise padhaye, usko waise padhaye. Theek, not wrong, maybe you're right, but allow me to use my experience to tell you what I'm teaching is relevant. Have faith in this. But what I want from you guys is what is the mindset thing. Mindset thing mein, there are 3-4 things. Number 1, you must have clarity of the process. Okay, this is how it must progress. You must have the clarity of purpose. आप क्यों कर रहे हो? Say, one challenge with many of you will be the idea of motivation. पढ़ने का मन नहीं कर रहा है. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I am lost. I'm confused. Sometimes, I feel all of this is useless. Okay, you'll have these problems. 1 saal, 2 saal examination mein is a long time. Okay, when you'll go through all these emotional upheavals. The only thing which can drive you is the purpose with which you are doing. Purpose, the bigger vision, the bigger objective, and the willingness to learn. The willingness to learn new skills. The willingness, okay, to try out, okay, new concepts. This is your mindset thing. Okay. You'll have to have the mindset where you are getting into more and more of analytical questions. जो questions आपको सोचने के लिए मजबूर करता है. Not merely course completion. Okay. So what toppers do differently is the mindset they develop. This mindset, okay, keeps them focused. The mindset keeps them energized. The mindsets, okay, helps them be motivated. The mindset is analytical. And because they're doing this, the most important first thing is they are not easily distracted. We had some parameters. We have some 10-15 parameters on which we are rating. What are the toppers viewing the highest? What it is that they are doing, the most others not doing it. This was one criteria. That they are not easily distracted. आप उनको यहाँ वहाँ कहानी बताएंगे. They are very, very focused. And this comes from understanding what the examination needs. It's like, if I'm very clear that if I walk like this is where I will go. If I proceed like this I want to go there. अब रास्ते में कोई भी आ जाएगा ना कि नहीं इधर चलो उधर चलो, stay some time, do all this. I will not be distracted. You know, ये मुझे पता है process यही है. I will not be questioned. I will not be confused about what to do. So you need to develop that type of a focus. These are actually subjective ideas. ये concrete नहीं है, which you can measure as such. But more or less, you know, कहाँ पर आप हो रहे हो distract. You have a very clear understanding of where you are missing out something. What is the question, Shivam? Not now. L3 questions will take time. Don't enter that now. No, Abhimanyu, you missed it. Foundation course is 6 days a week. The advanced enrichment class is 2 or 3 days a week. You're confusing two things. Foundation, the har din 6 days kya hai? Some days I might even have on Sundays also if I'm running behind schedule. As the mindset is what I'm trying to develop here. And for the mindset, this is one schematic I have developed. What I call as Edukemy's Yuva approach. Okay. Mnemonics hai. It's very important. The first step is that you understand what are the personality traits required for a civil servant. It requires a very deep. Dekho, all of this will not matter if the examination was of a different level. If it's a regular job, okay, it's a kuch matter nahi karega. The moment you're elevating yourself to the next level, the moment you're rising up to another level, then all of this will matter. It's like, you know, when I'm in class 10, when I'm in class 9, okay, it will not matter whether I have a strategy or not. I can blindly follow the book and I'm done. But the moment you enter class 10th board, okay, the moment you go for entrance examination, and now this examination, you must have a very good understanding of your own personality. Aapka problems kya hai? What are your gaps and what does a civil servant need as a trait? One example I said was no distractions. Second is awareness of what's important, what's not important. There's abhi news aa raha hai na, urban floods, Yamuna Bank. You must know exactly what of these news is important for us. Second is, once you understand the awareness, you must know which ideas to go for as a part of your leadership and vision dream. And finally, the rigor required, the excellence chahiye aapko in terms of approach. It's like, for any news, there is a dimension of personality. For any news, it entails some facts awareness. For any news, there are decisions to be taken. And for any development, you need to have that a level of rigor, goal-oriented execution. If you ask me, your mindset, you must develop on these lines. Your questions asked are on this level. L3 ye level wala hai. This is more of L1, L2 type, state facts. And you cannot transit. You can't transit, okay, from here to here until you have that level of personality consciousness. What are you thinking? What are your understanding of the issues? So your mindset hai, and I've tried this, not in every day, but some days. I take up an article in the newspaper and I try reading it, identifying what are important, what you should copy down, what sentences are good sentences, wo hum karate hain as a part of this exercise itself. So why be a part of the process? I said the mindset thing hai. Okay. And GS, I'll come back explain to you tomorrow how I am planning to converge your GS along with our optional. See, as a teacher, I always struggle with this fact. that when I'm teaching something as a part of process, and if your timetable doesn't converge with me, I have an issue of how to deliver. So मैं पढ़ा रहा हूं आपको geography environment और आपका GS में environment हुआ ही नहीं. I am teaching you topics of geopolitics. You have no idea about the IR issues. I am teaching about population. You have no idea about the world society or Indian society. Then you have a clash. I am teaching a very important topic to you, and you say, "No, sir, aaj main kar nahi sakta." Why? Because I have some other class somewhere else. So my suggestion to all of you is consider this and explain this process to you as a part of GS tomorrow, maybe. So as a part of our conversation today, if I go back on what all I had discussed to finish and discuss, ये आपके questions थे. Okay. What are the common traits of successful candidates? What type of mindset do you need? Okay. What about time management? By when, what you must finish off? Notes making, as I cannot do it right now. I'll do it when we start off the class again. GS and optional. You have to converge. You have got no choice. Okay. The time thing depends on आप 24 prepare कर रहे हैं या 25 prepare कर रहे हैं. Most of you are here. Be aware of that. The scope and width of geography. I gave you I gave 7 units, and I said this scope and width, leave it to me. That's my job. आप इसमें आज मत सोचें आप. All you can do is spend time studying syllabus, spend time studying the previous year's questions. क्या पढ़ाना है, क्या पढ़ना है, कितना पढ़ना है, that's my job. And you have to have faith when I'm delivering on that. Okay. Geography is an optional. Okay. This, I think, is not what you must be bothered about right now. Like I said, हर subject में there will be failures, there will be successful people. There are people who score 300 marks. There are people who will not even score 200 marks. And the reasons why that happens, the same teacher, the same content, the same notes, the same approach. One guy scores 300, other guy doesn't clear the basic marks also. It is not about it's about how you study. Okay, so don't bother about this for now. Prelims Mains approach, ye bata diya aapko. Start off the prelims after your January, Feb, okay, and intensive prelims. CSAT, I think this is not something, okay, I should tell you, you decide on this one and let your preparation follow a method. After you've decided, what are your gaps? Suhail, newspaper, this is one discussion I can have with all of you. Now, this is geography's nature. Geography is very, very current affairs based. It's very strong overlap. Because look at the topics I'm in geography. I have environment, I have economic development, I have discussions related to population, urban areas, I have discussions related to industries, trade, commerce, infrastructure. ये सारा current affairs ही तो है और क्या है? You will be surprised, every day you'll have at least one news in some paper or other which is geography based. When I was teaching population geography, हम हफ्ते में 2 या 3 दिखा देते थे, देखो आज ये आर्टिकल आया है population पे. When I started settlement geography, urban geography, almost every alternate days we have a news on urban issues. You will have topics on current affairs. How to cover that? Stay with us. And we have 2 support systems for you for current affairs. One is we do weekly classes. Some of you are part of that one. Plus, we also give you this current affairs material. There are 2 types of material we have for current affairs. One is okay, the general current affairs, all subjects, और एक है current affairs only for geography and environment. We publish this free of cost. It's on the website. This comes out daily. and this comes out every 15 days. Fortnightly हम ये छापते हैं. Okay, इसमें there are case studies, there are locations in news, environment concepts are taught here. Okay, so for current affairs, this will be our approach. There's something more. I think it's too early to discuss all of that. Some of you are part of that. But as I progress, I'll explain that to you. Does GS have advanced course? Yes. Yes, absolutely. We'll try that, Pranjal. 2 days may possible nahi hota hai. That's the problem. Again, sometimes we have some glitch or the other. Okay, but definitely we can accelerate that. Correct. Anybody else? So more or less, I think I have explained our approach kya hona chahiye. Okay, and next 1 week may please, okay, do these two work. And my suggestion is both the things, spend time writing it down in detail. The syllabus hai, sirf padho mat. This is one technique I'll insist on. You have your syllabus with you. You have your syllabus with you. Syllabus ko write down in your own handwriting and write down 2 or 3 times. At least write down the syllabus of geomorphology. You'll pay attention to the words. Second is, okay, you also note down the previous year's questions of geomorphology. Dekh ke likho, but write down. Okay, you will understand what the examination entails eventually. Fine. Yes, Dwarka is asking me, sir, if you are giving us material on current affairs, do we need to read the articles or not? Okay. Now, Dwarka, listen. The current affairs that you have in the newspaper, there are 3 things that you must look into. Current affairs, newspaper, articles, the newspaper, editorials. Okay. They give you 3 things. One is they give you facts. They give you information. They give you analysis. And they give you a style of writing. ये 3 चीज मिलता है. Any article that you have. When we prepare the summaries or we prepare some write-up, we focus on this and we focus on this. We ignore this. If I read an article of Pushpesh Pant, if I read an article of Ashok Gulati, I read an article of Harsh Pant, big writers. Harsh Pant is a contributor for Geopolitics IR. Pushpesh Pant also on IR. Ashok Gulati writes for topics on agriculture, rural development. इनका एक तरीका लिखने का. The language, there is an approach. They emphasize on some things. Okay. So the articles we provide, the summaries we give you, what it does is it simplifies the issue. हम आपको समझा के बता देते हैं. But to understand and to have a deep understanding of what you're reading, simply understanding more will not suffice. You must also develop a style of writing about it. And more importantly, you must develop the skill of understanding it yourself. वो बहुत important idea है. Like मैंने article 1 मैंने समझा दिया. I explained it to you. Article 2, I have explained it to you. Article 3, I have done the same things. And now I want that you must read Article 4 on your own, Article 5 on your own. This can't happen if you only read what we give you as analysis. Because when I explain things, I am picking up all the difficult things and आपको समझा के बता देते हैं. So you do not need to think anymore. So there are two types of contents. One content is what I call as the processed content, which is simplified, okay, which has a simple language. शायद bullets में है ये. In this content, you don't need any thinking. ये उठाओ और कर दिया आपने. But if you keep on doing this, your skills of analysis doesn't develop at all. Yeah, one big reason why students can't qualify. Because questions demand analysis. Topics demand your thinking. और आप तो सोच ही नहीं रहे हो बिल्कुल भी. आपको मैंने कुंजी बना के पकड़ा दिया. Imagine what is the level of your studies that somebody must teach you NCERT class notes. You will ask us, sir, NCERT का summary बना के दे दो. ना यार कमाल करते हो यार. And we run economy on this because आप नहीं काम कर रहे हो. And this is my, I'm online to you सब बता रहे हैं. Any guy who's depending on NCERT notes and class cannot qualify ever in his life. लिख के ले लो आप लोग. It tells us कि आप non serious हैं. आपका उतना भी औकात नहीं है. We do it because you ask us and we make money out of you, as simple as that. But you can't qualify. NCERT is class 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on yaar, you can study. In NCERT school, उसको क्या simplify करोगे और यार? And I find institutes making booklets out of NCERT. NCERT इतना है, booklets जो वो इतना है. Color डाल दिया, picture डाल दिया, diagram डाल दिया, NCERT course has been launched. So it's a pathetic thing, no? You're going to be IAS officers, come on. आप decision लेंगे, run a district करेंगे आप लोग, उतना commitment नहीं है आप में, बताओ. So this processing thing is killing you and your analysis. You can't qualify like that. Yes, we will help you. I'm supporting you, but you also need lot of self-study and analysis. You must have the ability of article reading and smiling. कि यार क्या बढ़िया बात बोल गया. So lovely idea has given us. Shocking. ये क्या बोल रहा है? What is this he's talking about? What nonsense is this one? Reading it and you are amused. अच्छा ऐसा भी होता है क्या? I never thought about this. So you are studying at an emotional level. Unfortunately, ये miss हो जाता है if you study this one. इसका example होता है. Imagine there's a movie called whatever favorite movie you have. Okay, say my favorite movie probably Star Wars. I can know the movie if I read a review summary of the movie, right? मैं जाना है Wikipedia और पढ़ लेना है. Okay, what all the movie is about. Second is, I watch the movie. I enjoy, I emote, I am anxious, I have my fears, I am happy. Okay, ये अलग experience है ना. So if you want to appreciate movie making, movie stories, storytelling, I can't do like this. Yes, I will watch here and sometimes read this. I will read many of these because I can't watch all of them. But to say कि सर ये जरूरी नहीं है, I will do only this one. That's pathetic movie making. I hope you got the point here, all of you. So your preparation of current affairs demands this. आपको ये सीखना पड़ेगा आपको. So Dwarka, answering your question. Okay. Should you study the newspaper daily? Yes. But what article? How to read? That will support you with surveys. I can't answer your question. Why? Because I do not know what is your limitation. He's preparing for 1 year, but he can't write answers. You take more than 25 minutes. I can't answer because it could be problem anywhere. Problem could be you don't know the concept. The problem could be you don't understand the question. The problem could be you can't recall. The problem could be you can't relate. that requires another type of a treatment there. Yes, yes. Okay, you have to buy some books. You have to buy some books. For the books. The list of the books. Wait. Here. So these are, okay, the 8-9 books. Geomorphology by Savindra Singh. This you must buy starting tomorrow itself or today itself. Climatology by Savindra Singh. Oceanography, Savindra Singh. Environment Geography, Savindra Singh. Geographical Thought by Dikshit. Human Geography, Majid Hussain. Indian Geography by Khullar. And Geography Made Simple. This is more like a reference book, a very nice reading. Current Affairs, I told you the source. Maps will have series of videos to help you with. So which book? Let me summarize for you, all of you. Okay, so you need to buy, for now you need to buy a Geomorphology by Savindra Singh. Okay, वैसे ही by Climatology, Savindra Singh. Oceanography, Savindra Singh. And Environment Geography, Savindra Singh. आप इतना पहले ले लें. This will take care of your next 2 months of classes. Anirban, go as much as you can. At least look up the last 10-15 years of questions. And once you have done that, you can take up the other questions also. Then you cannot join, Tushar. If you have GS class in the evenings, then you can only join the foundation course in geography, or aap apne aap manage karna the enrichment card class. We have only one batch. Okay. Arupa publication ka jo kitab hai, Geography Made Simple. One book, Geography Made Simple. This is by Arupa publication. There are 2 books, volume 1 and volume 2. This is more like a reference. Isko abhi zarurat nahi hai. Not now. No, Ria. There's one book which is Physical Geography by Savindra Singh. It has everything together. Don't buy that book. But that book will not have many topics. Syllabus mein hai. Ria, you must buy the separate books, not the combined one. Dheeraj, not the it's no use because it doesn't have many topics you need for the examination. You can skip that. Abhi aap yehi 4 kitab le lo. Okay, they should suffice. And one thing you should all know. So what we do is before we start off the formal syllabus. Okay, we have a set of support classes that we call as basic to advanced. This we started somewhere mid-June shuru hua tha hamara. And the main objective of this is to help you know some geography and in particular maps. In fact, our this course, what I did in the last batch, last year, is very different from what I have done for you guys. Some of you are there in the class. We've covered all continents very thoroughly. It helps you in your GS paper, even in the optional paper. And the actual course starts from the month of July 26th. So those of you who are starting from here, you have missed topics. We'll provide the videos to you. ये वैसे भी we don't charge extra fee for this. अगर आप यहाँ से आते तो हम ये पढ़ा देते आपको. You have come here, okay? We cannot go back on this again. So for these, all of you are joining from 26th of July. These classes are not mandatory, but if you know this, it's nice. So we'll upload this on your portals. Okay, I think we had about 20 odd classes, mostly map work of all continents. You must see this course, make your notes. No, Shashank. This used to be a course called as bridge course, but इस बार मैंने पूरा change कर दिया. Because the type of questions asked in the prelims and the GS. So I've changed. So we gave you a list of what we will do, but I modified that and I kept it largely world map and discussion based. Okay, so all of you joining from July, if you have paid the fees, join the course, ensure कि आपके portal में ये uploaded है. अगर नहीं है तो come and ask us. We'll ensure that you have it. Fine, Jagrat. So maybe by today evening or tomorrow tak we'll activate all of these topics. We'll do that. My suggestion is go through these. They are 2-hour classes. I have taken some taken by Apurv Sir, some by Dimple Madam. And we have covered all the continents along with resources, forests, whatever I think we could teach you in terms of maps. Any latest one will do, Ayman. Not required to buy. Okay, if you have last 2-3 years, well, it will do, no problem. Abhimanyu, it can't be exactly the same. There will be some differences. Okay, then. So I'm done with starting the process for all of you. Any questions you have for me to clarify, please ask me. And my request to all of you is, just like I explained geography to all of you, be here tomorrow 3 o'clock, maybe about 1 hour discussions hoga. I'll explain the GS part and some bit of current affairs also, a bit more thoroughly. I'll demonstrate what I mean by those topics. Any questions, online, offline? Not every Sunday, Rahul, on some Sundays. Yes? It's a good book. I follow Khuller. If I Khuller padha raha hoonga, then you'll not know what to mark. I can't keep both the books. Anybody else? Offline? Yes. You cannot. Yes, you can, but it's too early for this. So your friend is asking me about the essay classes or essay kaise karna hoga. It's early for you right now. Okay, we'll come to it when we come to it. Abhi nahi, you have some time for that. Essays initiation happens with article reading of newspapers. The articles of newspapers are the best examples of essays. आप उसको ढंग से करो. Yes, you must buy. Yes. Not really Pranjal. You cannot do that every time. Buy the latest editions. Whatever book you have, buy the latest one. Yes, somebody else here? Offline, any doubts here? Offline, anybody? All soft copies. All soft copies. You have it on the portal. You can take a printout if you want to take. Okay, no hard copies of current affairs. No Pranjal. By Savindra Singh. DS Lal will not suffice. Okay, Savindra Singh's climatology. Yes. No. I'll take it a bit later on. Some topics I'll do together. Like population I'll do together, but not geomorphology and climatology. So alag se karayenge. Till? No. We're supposed to begin on 23rd, but I'm taking a short break. Okay. So I'll start the classes from 26th. Okay. So 3-4 days of delay from the time we committed. Anybody else? Yes. Material बहुत मिलेगा आपको. Hard copies or not, I think they will tell you. Till some time ago, yes, but those are the notes of the previous batch. आप क्यों खरीदेंगे उसको? What happens is, a lot of students have done the course 2-3 years ago. and they want to update it. Then I tell them, course दोबारा मत करो, आप ये किताब ले लो. There are some students who have done foundation elsewhere and they want to join advanced course with me. To know what I have taught, I tell them the book. So आप वो ना खरीदें, not required. Okay. So what all you will get from us? For every unit you will get, okay, the summary of the notes. You will get the write-ups of those topics. You will get some model answers also. Hard copy, I am making it almost zero. Okay. पैसे खर्च होते हैं यार. ठीक है. And I want to go paperless, my environment contribution. जब तक ये systems नहीं था, it was okay. ठीक है. So you'll get all of that, but soft copies. Yeah, workbooks are hard copy. जब बैठ के नहीं, the part एक hard होगा, एक soft copy होगा. Where you lie down and fill in the blanks, question, answer, all of that. How much time, Pavan? We'll start off slowly on that. How much time for newspapers afterwards? Yeah, buy the separate ones. Yes, yes. So I think we are done. Thanks for being patient with me, listening through. If you have any doubts, I'm sitting here, you can come and ask me, or we'll meet. By the way, the June batch students, Nitish, इनका क्या-क्या बता दो June batch का है?
Put it on the Telegram channel. We have the class on Friday. We have it on Saturday.
What are you covering?
Mapping session.
Yeah, कौन सा वाला continent? I think South Asia शायद. So June batch, who are part of that basic advance, you have a class on Friday, you have a class on Saturday, and Sunday is a test.
Sunday is a test of environment.
Sunday is a test of environment.
We have a discussion on Monday, 8:30.
Okay.
We have a discussion of geography. Till that happened on Tuesday.
लिखवा दो मुझे, मैं ही भूल गया. So yes, Friday. This is for the June batch. Okay, who are doing that map sessions with us. You have a class on Friday. You have a class on Saturday. On Sunday you have environment ka test.
Monday we have a discussion.
Monday we have the test discussion. 8:30.
Tuesday we have a test discussion.
ये भी 8:30 है ना test?
This test is on 12 in the afternoon.
This test is on 12 at 12 o'clock. Yes. And what about
Tuesday we have a discussion. Geography test.
geography test discussion?
8:30.
जो हमारा GS वाला था,
Yes.
right?
यहाँ पे एक और मुझे Sunday को at 9 we have a class for disaster management.
9 we have disaster management class.
Sunday.
You have a busy day. A very fruitful weekend hoga. So I'll explain what we are doing for those who are not in the batch. Yes, of course. 26, we are starting off with geomorphology. See, what I did was, all our geography students, because environment is a very important topic, and the way we treat environment in optional is not same as how it is studied in GS. But it's very important part. So I have realized last batch what happened was, because some of you were doing your environment elsewhere, okay, there was a lot of gap there. So we opened the session for all geography students, irrespective of आपने GS में class admission लिया है या नहीं लिया है. So they were part of the class for last 15 days. I'm the teacher for environment. So it is for that they're having the tests. Okay. And the same thing we also did for, okay, your regular batch, the advanced class, सब हमने offer कर दिया था. So like I said, those of you who are a part of July batch, आपको भी ऐसा मौका मिलेगा when I take up environment next. That will be of course not now, sometime कब होगा वो? January में होगा. Okay, we'll give you the recorded versions. Fine, we'll do that. So whatever way we can help you, will help you. Okay, so that's not an issue. So July batch, what you must do is, by the way, Nitish, when can we activate their map classes, July batch के लिए? आज नहीं करा पाएंगे? Okay, he's saying in 1 or 2 days we'll do that, all the maps. What I want is, before you come to the class on 26th, I said one is syllabus पढ़ लें आप ठीक से, your PYQs, and see if we can cover off those map sessions. Okay, which is offered as a part. We don't charge you anything differently for that. आप पहले आते तो आप बैठ जाते. Okay, and you start off with the recording session will be enough for you. All of that will be on your portal. All the notes you need is on the portal. Don't worry. Online students. Yes, Rahul. Whatever we offer offline, we also offer online. Okay, so nothing will change. ऐसे ही हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, ऐसे ही पढ़ाए जाएंगे. Okay, so all the workbook material will be on your portal. Log in there, and maybe Ritesh, somebody can take through them. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let them discover that. Prakash, environment class is over now. Okay, you can join the other portions of GS. That's your choice. You can. Fine then. So you can disperse for the day. Meet you on 26th. The June students, you have to come according to schedule here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. ये टेस्ट प्रिलिम्स और MCQ होगा ना ये सारा MCQs. All the tests are MCQs.
Students on the July batch, stay back. आपको कुछ कहना है?
Yeah, all the June students, you can leave because you have got the material with you, syllabus वगैरह. The July guys can stay back. Online, we'll post it to you on your portal, no problem. We are posted on the portal. It's there for all of them, right? On the Telegram group also. Okay, bye. Any doubts, you can come and ask me. Not a problem. I'm here.